Revenge films.
My name is Sally. I live with my husband, Mike. My family was just ordinary, and my parents both loved me and my younger sister, Molly. But as we got older, my sister got more competitive against me, and by the time we were adults, we had grown apart. The reason for us growing apart was that she stole my boyfriend from me when I was in college. I struggled because my sister always wanted my things. But I never thought she'd want my boyfriend, too, so I was shocked. When I wasn't at home, she invited him over, and I saw them being intimate on the bed. And that's how I found out that she had stolen him from me. What I saw back then had traumatized me. Since then, I started living alone, and I've cut ties with her. I heard from my parents that she got pregnant and married at 20. After I graduated from school, a year had passed working as a pharmacist. I started dating my husband when I was 23, and I got married at 25. Now, it had been 2 years since we got married. I thought we didn't have any problems with our marriage, living a normal life, but I felt like he had suddenly grown cold towards me, and I was confused. He used to come home straight after work and help me with housework, but he often comes home late now after going drinking. I was wondering what changed my kind husband so much, but then he told me he wanted to tell me something important, so I decided to leave work early and go home. When I got home, my husband was sitting on the sofa with a serious expression. "What did you want to talk about?" I started. Then he continued suddenly.
Can we get a divorce?
That was what he simply said. I was surprised and shocked with what he suddenly told me. Huh? What do you mean? What's going on? When I asked, he pulled something out of his bag. They were divorce papers. Are you serious? Why? When I asked,
I have someone else I love.
he answered. I was at a loss for words out of shock, but then my husband added,
I found a woman who was younger and makes more money than you, so just divorce me already. I'll pay you compensation money, okay?
He handed me a pen and certification stamp. My husband hated being at a loss and loved things with a good bargain. He's the type to go straight for it if it profits him, and I kinda understood when he told me that she makes more money than me. I couldn't process the information all at once, suddenly being demanded a divorce, but I was too shocked about him suddenly wanting a divorce, and my love for him quickly disappeared. So I filled in the divorce papers right there. Then my husband said,
Leave this house right now! My girlfriend is moving in with me starting tomorrow!
He rushed me to pack up my things. I made more money as a pharmacist than my husband, who was just an ordinary office worker. And I was the one who paid most of the living expenses, so I asked him if he would really manage after getting a divorce.
My girlfriend works as a charismatic hairstylist, and she makes much more money than you, so don't you worry. You're annoying me!
He said to me, so I followed what he said and left the house. I decided to move back in with my parents until I found a new place to live, and I explained everything to them. My parents were furious about my husband, and they happily let me stay at their house for a while. It took me some time to process what had happened so suddenly, and I was thinking on my own. But then I started feeling mad. I knew it was wrong to divorce him just as he asked, so I decided to make him pay compensation money. I wanted to make his new girlfriend pay as well, but I didn't know who she was and where she was. So my lawyer and I decided to just make my husband pay for the time being. One day after 2 weeks had passed, my husband suddenly gave me a call. I thought he wanted to talk about our compensation money, but I was surprised when I heard the reason of his call. To my surprise, as soon as I answered the phone,
I'm gonna get remarried!
he informed me. I was shocked. So what? I said.
Your ex-husband is getting remarried! You better give me celebration money!
He said something shocking. Huh? I couldn't help but shout.
Why are you so surprised? You make a decent amount of money. It shouldn't be a big deal.
He said. You have to be kidding. When I refused, he started being all mean, furious at me.
Let me tell you, my new wife is super young and pretty. She's still 20, so different from you. Oh, I'll send you a photo I took with her the other day via messages.
Like that, he sent me a picture with her for some reason. I didn't want to see it, but I opened the message app and then I saw someone I was used to seeing in the photo. I was too shocked to speak. The girl turned out to be my real sister. I remembered that my sister always wanted my things, and I knew this wasn't just a coincidence. So it made me laugh to know that my ex-husband was being played by her. When I was giggling, unable to hold back my laughter.
You see? Isn't she pretty?
He said to me, so I decided to tell him the truth. Hey, she's not 20. When I said to him as I held back my laughter.
Huh? What do you mean, you know her?
He asked me. Yeah, kinda. She's 26 now and jobless. When I told him.
Really?
He seemed shocked. I continued. And she got pregnant and married when she was 20, so she has a husband and child. When I said that to him.
Huh? She's married? No way! You're just jealous and lying to me!
He didn't believe me. It's up to you whether you believe it or not, but she's my younger sister. When I told him that, he was at a loss for words. I wasn't close to my sister, so my husband has never seen my younger sister before. So it seemed like he engaged in an affair, unaware that she was my real sister. Now that I knew who he cheated on me with, I decided to make her pay compensation money as well. I told my parents about it too, and they helped me out to send my sister the certificate of content. Then my sister quickly contacted me. Hey, you don't have to make me pay compensation money. She was panicked. When I asked what she wanted to do playing around with my husband, the reason was just what I thought. The reason was nonsense, because she wanted my things. After making me get a divorce, she was planning to dump him before me and my family found out. But because my ex-husband showed a photo of them to me, she was pretty shocked now that I had found out way earlier than planned. I felt nothing against my sister for ruining my household. Actually, I was emotionally stable enough to feel thankful for teaching me how stupid my husband was and being able to get a divorce with him. Don't let me pay compensation money and explain to my husband that the certificate is fake. We're real sisters, right? You wouldn't dare ruin your sister's happiness. My sister was making a fuss. I am breaking relations with you. Don't think of me as your sister anymore. I hung up after that. She kept on calling me repeatedly, but I ignored all of them and demanded compensation. Then her husband directly contacted me and told me that he wanted to know everything that happened. So when I told him, he got really mad and decided to make both of them pay for compensation money. After that, my sister had to look after her kid as a single mother, paying us compensation at the same time. And I heard she works part-time day and night. Even after getting to know that my sister was never serious with him, my ex-husband continued to flirt with her, stalking her. As a result, my sister went crazy and my ex got arrested for stalking her around. Regarding what happened, my parents also decided to break relations with her, and they cut her off, who came begging for help after becoming a single mother. In my case, I started living on my own independently, and now I live a very free life. Even if I did ever get remarried, I plan to be extra careful so that my sister won't find out. Nonetheless, all my family was able to cut relations with my sister, who had a horrible personality. So I think we'll be able to live peacefully for the rest of our lives. If my sister ever contacts me again, I will coldly cut her off just like my parents did.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.